Well, my name is Tru-Serva, artist name, gospel hip-hop artist. Travel throughout the country, well, the world, doing hip-hop music, speaking, schools, churches, assemblies. Also run a record label, Transformation Records, and have a few other artists that I work with. But my turning point, I guess, I was a sophomore in high school, and I actually got expelled from school. During that time, there was a family I knew. There was a couple kids who ran track with me in high school, and I was just calling them up one day just to see what was going on. Their mom answered the phone and invited me to come to a youth rally at the church they attended. And I wasn't really that interested, but from being kicked out of school, I was grounded, so I couldn't do nothing. So I said I was going to this church event just so I can get out the house, basically. Not knowing that, you know, the Lord has something great for me. And at the time, I think with giving my life to the Lord, there wasn't really much, you want to say, Christian hip-hop music. When I started doing it, I was still, I guess, I probably turned 17 then, and started just writing some Christian rhymes, basically something fun, extra to just add to youth group, you know.
I really like the message of his music and the way that he presents it.
I always try to say this, you know, many times different media outlets or politicians, if you say, they always want to blame, I don't want to say always, but in the urban context, blame hip hop for what's happening, like why kids do this, why people do this. But actually, hip hop is just a reflection of the culture. Hip hop speaks of what's happening in the culture.
Rap and hip hop as itself right now, especially the Christian side of it, could have a huge impact because normally, or on a different view, it's so negative. And so if we can get this tool that is usually a negative thing or seen as a negative thing and actually construct it into a glorifying thing, it's going to take over.
And then for what I represent and talking about Jesus or things like that is basically the lifestyle I live. The love, the grace, the power of Jesus Christ, because that's what I look to focus my heart on.
He's going into places where you would think hip-hop wouldn't reach. Like, he's not just going to the urban churches like where we're at now. He's going.
The urban church is the last one that support Christian hip-hop music, which the urban areas is plays the most when it comes to mainstream hip-hop. Christian hip-hop is an oxymoron to them. You know, so it's like, how can you be Christian and rap? I guess the biggest thing I look at is being able to impact somebody's life.
I had a lot of trouble with my family, and I'm living like a tough life, I guess, right now. And Truth, like, his songs impact me because, like, it opens up my inner side of how I feel and everything about myself.
Last couple years of my life has been pretty rough, so listening to that type of genre of hip-hop is like opens my mind and lets me think of like myself. I reflect and it opens my mind on other things, and that helped me kind of realize that my life isn't as bad as some other people's.
We do a lot of mentorship things too with young artists or people in the community to help them develop and grow, not just as Christians but as people and, you know, professionals. Knowing that a life without Christ can end up in crazy places, but understanding the same time of the grace he has for us. And that's why when, you know, we'll look at people who are, if you want to say murderers or people who rob people, we're all one decision away from being that person or one choice from being those people. So understanding that I am able to live a right life because of the grace God gives us. So, you know, so let's see from that. Without you, a wretched man that I am. The selfishness got my own plans in full demand. The battle inside says that I'm unworthy.
And the thoughts in my mind says I'm unholy. Even though in your word it says draw closely. Still, my greatest fear that you wouldn't know me. I know it's faith and not feelings, but can you hold me, shake me and mold me with courage to live boldly? So I'm quick to listen and to speak slowly, just in case you got something that you want to tell me. Sometimes I feel I can solve the world problems and not even consult with you. Now that's the problem, who I am without you. Someone that's broken, can you put me back together in the midst of the chosen? A prodigal heart I returned was gone astray. I drop everything, lift my hands and say, I surrender.
Me, Lord.